Oh, you can just put it up here. That's fine. Okay, I think we'll get started. Thanks for everyone for coming, and I hope you're having a good December. We're already like flying through, right? So for this class, I decided to do the book on food gifts, and it's Elle Scott, and have any of you watched America's Test Kitchen? Big fan? So I love America's Test Kitchen things. It would be so fun to work there, honestly, and just do that, just figure out all the stuff. Just so fun. Anyway, she has done this food gifts book, and I love it because lots of ideas, and plus it's just a jumping point, and like, oh yeah, I could do this, and and just make it to fit your needs. So love that. If you have a chance to look at that, I'll be giving one away, so hopefully everyone put their name in the drawing. Anyway, super fun, and of course we'll have copies on our cart to check out, so if you want to check it out. So it was kind of hard deciding what I wanted to do for today, but and then even last night I was looking through the book again. I'm like, oh, that would have been really good too. So if you try things, let me know what you've done, and the rest of us, and it'll be super fun. Okay, so we're going to start with the Millionaire's Shortbread. So this is kind of like a homemade Twix bar. So let's get going on that. I've got the flour, and I don't know if I melted my butter. I started to. Got flour, sugar, salt. So this is our shortbread to begin. And then we're going to add some melted butter. And we're going to add, sometimes we do shortbread with like butter just out of the package, right? But the melted butter will give it a chewier and kind of a firmer texture. So that's kind of what we want, a little crumbly for this shortbread.
Is it okay to use salted butter? I hardly ever have
Yeah, if you use salted, I just decrease the salt.
Okay.
So it's not a big deal. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just have salted butter. And unsalted is not good on toast. Let me just tell you. We know about salt in this class, right? So. Okay. So this is 2 squares of butter. This is the unsalted. And then I'm just going to give it a quick stir to combine. So this part goes together fairly quickly. And I like to use a pan with more square sides, like a 9x13. You know how sometimes the glass ones are kind of rounded on the corners and stuff? So I like to use for like bars, something that I can cut nicely. And anyway, I'm just going to combine this until all the flour is combined. And I don't know the fork is like one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. I just like to stir with a fork sometimes. Just combines it really well. Okay. Now in the book, they suggest lining it with foil. So we're going to go both ways here. We're going to make kind of a sling. And it's really nice that that fits just about right, width-wise this way. So I'm going to fold it over that edge, and then that edge, and then I'm going to go the other direction. And so when it's baked, I can lift it out and then cut them in nice little.
Can you do that with parchment too?
Probably, yeah. In fact, I was a little nervous about the foil, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to do exactly what she says. She's from America's Test Kitchen. And it worked. I should show you a picture of what these look like. Or maybe we'll just wait till the end and you can see what they look like. Oh, they're on the back cover? Okay. I like to kind of form my foil to the bottom and then poke it in, right? Kind of a little trick. Okay, that just makes it a little easier to get it in. Okay, so there's 2 layers of foil there.
Yummy.
Is that looking good?
I would love that.
So if you like Twix, if you like the caramel and the chocolate and the shortbread, you'll like this. These are better than Twix. Let's be real. Okay. And then I'm just going to press this in the bottom of the pan. Give it a quick little press. Do any of you give cookies for Christmas, neighbor gifts or anything?
Yeah. This might be what I'm giving.
This might be this year. It's always fun to have a new little recipe.
That no one's had.
Yeah.
No,
This is a little bit different, and like, who doesn't like, well, I don't know, who doesn't like caramel and chocolate and all this stuff? Okay, so once it gets pressed in the pan, I'm gonna try to get it so it's pretty even around the edges.
You wear a glove at home?
No, but for you guys, I actually have already one made ahead, so. And then we're just going to poke it with a fork, about 1 inch apart. And then we're just going to pop it in the oven at 350. The recipe says between 25 and 30 minutes. So just check at like 25. I did it for 25 yesterday. At home I did it a little longer, and then I feel like I did it too long. So just kind of watch it. Okay, so we'll let this go in the oven. I'll set the timer. Okay, and then it has the caramel layer. I'm going to wait until I pull them out of the oven to do the caramel, because it's supposed to cool for like at least 20 minutes, and that's about how long the caramel takes. So maybe we'll just set that aside for a minute.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Have you adjusted the temperature in this recipe for our altitude?
No, I have not. Temperatures are pretty similar when you're baking. It's just maybe ingredients you need to change a little bit, whether it's the sugar content or flour, your baking soda. So, but shortbread there's no leavener in it or anything. It does pretty well changing altitudes. Yeah, because America's Test Kitchen is in Boston, which is, I would assume, sea level. Yeah, so. Which I went to Boston and did not know that, and now I'm like, I don't know what there was there to see, but anyway. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and work on the bread. So it's called what's it called? The rustic loaf something? No need rustic loaf. Have any of you made the overnight bread that you just, few ingredients? Okay, this is so simple, you guys. Like, anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. And you're like, look at the loaf of bread I made. So, I'm going to weigh this on a scale. I did it a few times at home. The first time it was really sticky. And it's hard to tell when you're doing this overnight thing how much flour and all this stuff. But in her recipe, it has the weights as well. And so I'm like, oh, I'm just going to weigh it and do it. And it worked a lot better. So we're going to start with some bread flour. Do all of you have a little kitchen scale at home? It is kind of nice because not all this measuring, and you can just, yeah, put it all in the bowl. So it's accurate too. So we're going to use bread flour, and I think it's 15 and an eighth. Okay. So 15 ounce, 15.2 is what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to even worry about how much is in my cup.
Did you put the bowl on it and then reset it to 0?
Yes. So that's what I love. Is it says tare, you hit tare, and it resets. So then I can do the same thing when I add my other ingredients, or I can just add on to it either way. When I do my sourdough at home, I weigh everything like this. And it just makes it easy. It's just, you just dump it all, just do it all in the bowl. Okay, we're right, 15.2. Okay. Then I'm going to add salt, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, just regular sea salt, table salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. You can use the rapid rise yeast, or I used just the regular and it worked well too. So either one that you have.
That's not that much yeast, is it?
No, it's amazing what happens, but it's just that overnight. And then I'll show you here what kind of happens to it. I have one that's been sitting overnight. Yeah.
Notice you put the salt and then you put the yeast. Isn't that a killer of the yeast?
No, you put everything in together.
Wow.
This is like dump, let it sit overnight. I know it's kind of weird that you think all this stuff, but it works. I have another recipe I've been using for a few years that's very similar. This one has vinegar in it. So vinegar will kind of give it that tang a little bit. It's also a natural preservative, so your loaf will not mold as fast. So that's kind of a nice thing. Because this bread is really good to just put in the toaster, and it just warms up really nice and is good. So here's just my lukewarm water. So I'm just going to tare it, I think 11 ounces. That's what we're at. Okay. So now I'm just going to go to 11 ounces.
That yeast looked like a lot more than 1/4 of a teaspoon.
It was 1/4.
That really was.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like you was not for a while.
Okay, and then tablespoon of just white vinegar. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to use my little Danish whisk to stir this. I have to buy a gift for a favorite things party, and I think I'm going to buy a Danish whisk. So that comes together pretty quickly. It's kind of going to be a straggly dough. And then we'll cover it and let it sit for 10 to 18 hours. That's it. That is it. Can all of you do that? All of us can do that. Like a 5-year-old can do this, right? Okay, and I have a set of these bowls that are like in all different sizes, and I love that they have a lid, and so I can just pop the lid on, sit it overnight. So kind of think in your head what 18 hours plus a couple hours. We're going to need probably another 3 hours. The 18 plus 3 is what, 21? So think the day ahead and a couple hours after you actually want it the next day. Start it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So if you don't want to tend sourdough, this is a good option. If you can see down there, there's one of the finished loaves. It's hard. So, okay, so we'll leave this overnight. Okay, A's at 8? Yeah, something like that.
I think they said that
8 to 18. Okay.
And just at room temperature?
Yeah, just on the counter. Can you guys see what it looks like? So this is about 18 hours right now. It gets really, did you see how that was kind of almost thick? It really breaks down, and I'm just going to walk so everyone can kind of see. It gets almost, yeah, just really bubbly. Can you guys see back there? Okay.
So where did you get this cute little flower thing?
Like at a kitchen store, but do you know what? They have them at Smith's. I saw them yesterday. So this is another good like option. Instead of saran wrap all the time, or it's just nice to cover. So
Smith will not have any left.
if I tell you things like they were on the bottom shelf. Okay, so then after 8 to 18 hours, you'll just kind of pull it from the sides. I'm just going to lift from the side with my little dough scraper. No, but it is the same color, I noticed, yeah. I just like to be coordinated, you know.
So did you put any, oil or anything on your scraper?
No, I didn't. I was supposed to spray it, but it's down there, so I didn't log down. So, and then that's supposed to sit for 15 minutes. But I think because of time, I'm just going to do it now. So we'll cover it back up, let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we're going to dump it onto here. Is it coming? Okay. And then I'm going to put on another glove. Then we're just going to rotate it again, like she says, like 6 times. Pull it to the center. I might need this one on. I spend a lot of time prepping, so then it looks easy. Because it's like, oh, look.
How many times have you made this by the time you teach it?
This one, I've made 2 or 3 times. It just depends. Like this one, I'm like, oh, I need to tweak it a little bit or try something different. But others, if they turn out, I'm done. Or some things I've done for a long time, and I don't know. It just depends. Okay, and then just kind of pull under, make it kind of a smooth loaf. Then I do need my spray. So one of my assistants. This is Abby Johnson. She's new in our office. She's the new livestock coordinator, so she's helping us. We're glad to have her. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little spray on parchment and then lift that up like that, okay? And then I'm just going to cover it with my bowl for 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so maybe after an hour, look at it, see what's happening. The first time I did it, it did take a couple hours, but this morning, when I was doing it, it went really fast. So anyway, so I'm just going to set that aside for like 2 hours, and I have this one that has sat for probably an hour and a half, so we'll see what it looks like. So it's really kind of spread. And I should have had I have my oven on, but I didn't have my pot in the oven. We'll pretend. So turn your oven on to 475 with your Dutch oven inside. Let it heat up for a half hour. Then pull it out. Pretend this is hot. We'll see what happens if you don't heat your pot. I'm going to do a little scoring on the top. Okay, just a little slit. And then we're going to lift this into the pot and add the lid and bake it. So we're going to, now the oven's at 475. We're going to turn it down to 425 and bake for 30 minutes. Take the lid off and bake for another 10. And that's it. That's the bread. So, yeah.
What modifications would I need, because I don't ever use white flour because it makes me sick, with like whole wheat flour? Just mess with it and see.
Yeah, I think it will work. The one I do at home has like a whole wheat flour and oatmeal too. Maybe adding another grain helps, but it does work with that too. It has like options of different things. And maybe I'll have to look that up for you. But yeah. So, okay, we're going to pop this in for 30 minutes. I also like to have a pizza stone on the rack under it. It helps it not brown the bottom so much. So when that is hot, it tends to get really brown, like if you've done sourdough. So I have a pizza stone under it, or some type of steel or something. I don't know if a cookie sheet, I haven't used a cookie sheet. I just know the stone holds that heat, and anyway. What else am I going to buy today? There's so much fun stuff. So with that, I've put the bread. I bought these little bread bags off Amazon, and I love them because people are like, did you buy it or did you make it, right, Sonny?
Yeah, my husband was convinced it was from a baker.
And anyway, those are super fun to put it in. And then I just put it on a breadboard with a dish towel. And there's some flavored butter here. This is a garlic butter and a bread knife. So if you want to, I mean, you could just do it in a bag and that would be fine. But if you want to have it more of a bigger gift or something, depending on the situation, that's really fun to do. So I'm always looking for like breadboards and cute baskets and boxes and stuff. So anyway, I just love, I think presentation is it just is so nice. It's so fun to just make things fun. So, okay, that's baking. Our cookies are baking. They have 10 more minutes. Let's do the popcorn. Actually, let's do the caramel real quick, and then, because that's going to take a minute. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to do the caramel, because it's going to take a minute too. And then we'll do the popcorn. So we have half a cup of cream, and that's already in my pan. And then half a cup of corn syrup. Corn syrup's going to help it not go sugary, kind of makes it a nice creamy caramel. So half a cup of each of the cream and the corn syrup. And then a cup of brown sugar. A can of sweetened condensed milk. I love this stuff. You guys know that. I was noticing in the book she makes kind of a little truffle thing, and I didn't do truffles because I did that a few years ago, but it's made with a can of sweetened condensed milk and cocoa powder, and I think one other ingredient, and she just cooks it and then lets it cool and makes it in little balls and just rolls it. So I'm like, we should have done that. That would have been super simple. So I'm going to try those, but I'm like, oh, I should have done that. But so many things, so many fun things. And then the salt. Oh, Oreos?
Oreo little truffle thing that's delicious, but I haven't made it in a long time.
So maybe you'll have to, right? Tis the season. Okay, and then butter. And then we're just going to stir this and let it come to a boil. And this will take about 20 minutes. I made one to this point caramel. I hope I didn't cook it too long because I just don't trust the candy thermometers. I trust my water drop thing, so we'll probably be doing that. So it might be a little, I kept waiting, and I'm like, I think it's done. But we'll see how they turn out. But when I made it at home, they were super good. So Amy's going to be my stirrer. She's going to stir. And I like to just keep stirring caramel because it burns quickly. So that's one that you have to keep stirring. Okay. Now we can go to the popcorn. Move a few of these things. So this was a super fun one, and this is something that you can, there were 3 different seasonings in her book. I'm just doing the one seasoning, but this one is the cheesy garlic seasoning.
It's 236 to 239.
As softball that you're cooking it too? Okay.
Yeah. So it's just right below a softball on the thermometer, but I think, I'm sorry if I cooked it too much on the one we're having today, because I was trying, I just learned do you guys know the water method? I feel like, yeah, I trust that more than the thermometer. I know that's weird, but with the altitude and everything, it's just, sometimes it's hard. Yeah, that's what we did, right? Yeah. Okay, so these seasonings have some fun, different ingredients that maybe we don't normally use. How many have used nutritional yeast before? Okay, what do you use it for?
Like, we put it on pasta before. It's
Okay.
Parmesan cheese.
Oh, perfect. It has a nutty, cheesy taste, which, yeah. No, it's deactivated, so it's not gonna like foam or do anything. So, but it grows on like a sugar beet something, and it's like a byproduct. Anyway, it's very nutritional. This at Smith's.
But what section of the store?
It was above the chocolate chips. I know that because someone needed chocolate chips and I was in their way. But chocolate chips. I also have Trader Joe's has one. I heard Trader Joe's has one as well. So anyway, they put it on. I'll read what it says. Nutritional yeast is a unique vegetarian food with a pleasantly cheesy flavor. It is rich in B vitamins, including B12. For a rich umami flavor, and add nutritional yeast to sauces, scrambles, vegetables, chips, crackers, and pizza. To boost nutrient intake and please your taste buds, sprinkle over vegetables, baked potatoes, or popcorn.
Is it good?
You're going to try it today. It is. It's in, yeah, when you think yeast, I'm just eating this yeast that's this growth on something, like you're like, oh, I don't know about this, but it's good. What was that? Yeah, like on a sugar beet thing that they, it's, yeah, strange. But anyway, nutritional yeast, you can get it at any grocery store, and yeah, and Trader Joe's. All right, So we're going to combine. Let me grab a little bowl. So I've got the nutritional, actually, this is what I'm going to do. So it said to put it through a spice grinder, but we're going to use the mortar and pestle. Isn't this fun? You can feel like you're really being like professional and stuff. So there's the nutritional yeast. And then I have, is it oregano? Basil. I knew that was wrong. Basil, parsley, garlic, and salt. Are you going to be hungry by the time this is over? So we're just going to kind of combine it. We just want it into kind of a fine powder. Just make all those spices just really fine. Okay. So when you think it's good, as fine as you want it, or if you have a spice grinder, I'm not that. I don't do that, but that could be fun. Okay. So that's it for that. So in this little basket, so I put it in a little container with the directions, and then I added popcorn, a scoop, some little, I just remembered my daughter had these for her wedding. She loves popcorn, so we had like all flavored popcorn. And then these were at Smith's too, little popcorn. And then have you used the microwave popcorn? Okay, you guys. This is a game changer. In fact, I'm going to show you. I got this on Amazon. I got one for my daughter once, the one that loves popcorn. And she's like, oh, I just do it every day. You just put it. And so it took me a while to finally do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she is right. It's just like so easy. Where did I put my popcorn? Here we are. And it just makes it, you don't have to add any oil. You can, because my air popper like died after 30 years of marriage, right? And I went and bought a new one, and it just like overheats in like one go. And it's like, oh my gosh. So the one day that was happening, I pulled this out. I'm like, oh my heavens, this is like crazy. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup. It says 1/4 to 1/2 cup, but 1/4 cups seem to work best for this. Okay, so you see how it kind of just goes, it's easy to store.
So what did you call it, a microwave popcorn popper?
Yeah,
There's no
Is
oil.
it silicone?
no oil. Like, okay, this is, you don't know if it's going to work. And then the lid kind of goes down. There's like a little ledge in there, and it rises up. So I found that about 2.5 minutes is pretty good. So I'm going to put it in the microwave. You guys are going to be amazed.
Is it silicone?
Yeah, it's silicone.
Come here, you have these fantastic things to buy.
Your husbands are going to hate me, I know.
Just let me turn it down.
Let's see. What do you have it to? Yeah, you can just, yeah, you kind of have to keep it low.
What kind was that?
Salbree or something? Was it Salbree? Uh-huh. And there's all kinds. So it doesn't necessarily need to be that one. So yeah, so anyway, that makes a fun little gift in a popcorn bowl. Don't ask me where I got this. I've had this for like 20 years probably. And then our salt, fat, acid, heat book, I gave this to my daughter for her birthday because I didn't know what to give her. And so I did the salt. I gave her salt, some sea salt, some olive oil for the fat, acid, some lemons, and then heat a hot pad, and then just put it in a little basket. So instead of just giving her just a book, anyway, so she was like, oh, I have it. She liked it. She loved it. So anyway, just to make it fun, or whatever book you're giving, just kind of add something to it that goes with the book. It's kind of fun. Okay. How's the caramel? It's still a little. So when the caramel starts doing like big, airy bubbles, you can kind of tell. Someone says they can hear the difference of the bubble. I'm not that good, I guess. So while that's popping, I have 14 cups. Can you believe that's 14 cups of popcorn? It does not look like it is. 14 cups of popcorn. We're going to add some melted butter, and then
14 cups was a quarter cup.
14 cups. No, I can get about 10 cups out of a quarter cup. So I did 2 batches. I have a little bit left over. And then you just kind of listen till it kind of starts slowing down. We have about 10 seconds left. And then so see that? Just nice popcorn. So, yeah, kind of.
It's a miracle.
I love it. It's a miracle, Christmas miracle. Let's see. I don't know. Here's my butter. Let me melt this butter real quick. That won't take that long. All right. So we have our popcorn popped. And then I just gave like little directions on how to use this. So this whole batch will do this. So, but it took me like 3 batches to fill that little jar. So there's that. So we're going to do this in a couple different stages. Add about half. And then about half of this. And then we can just toss it, or if I wanted to put the lid back on and shake it, that would work too. My little Tupperware bowl that I bought at TJ Maxx. Can you believe? Yeah, brand new. I'm like, I need this bowl. I know, right? I have another one that's really big. But sometimes it's kind of a little big. So this is perfect for this. Okay, then add the rest. Okay, and then in her book, there were a couple of other flavors. A spiced chocolate and dill pickle. I wanted to do dill pickle, but I do not have I could not find white vinegar powder. Has anyone ever used that? Okay. So that's a good healthy snack, right? You put your nutritional yeast on. You can use cheese powder as well. That's kind of harder to find.
You can dump out your mac and cheese.
There you go. They have the big cans of the food storage one that has powdered cheese. That's the only thing I could find in town, but I didn't know that I wanted to buy a big gallon thing of cheese powder. Anyway, so this is a good alternative. Okay. So we'll put this over here with the scoop. How's the caramel coming? It's coming. Okay. And then last, we're going to do the pancake mix. So it calls for 10.5 cups of flour. When I first made this, I just made like a third of a batch. It divided by 3 fairly easily. So I did that, but I'm making a whole batch today.
What are we making?
The pancake mix. So with this, I measured the flour like this, and I didn't have to measure 10.5 cups. It was so great. So just dump until it's 52.5 ounces, and then you're good to go. And then it has 1.5 cups of sugar, and then 5 teaspoons of salt, and then 6 tablespoons of baking powder, and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. And then that's it for the mix. So we'll just combine that. I just want to get it really well combined so we don't have pockets of baking soda or baking powder. I want it pretty well evenly distributed. But I'm gonna. Okay, and then to make the pancakes, you need milk, egg, and oil. So in my little gift, I don't know if you can see, I have this little tray with a dish towel, and then I've added some real maple syrup, some little festive chocolate chips, and some berries, and some nice butter, Turner, orange juice, and then the little recipe with that. And then also buttermilk syrup that is homemade. Do you guys make buttermilk syrup? Okay, so we're going to make that today too. So.
They make it on Sunday, but by like the middle of the week they're out.
Who does?
Chicks
Oh, Chicks does. Okay.
have to go on Sunday morning.
And get their buttermilk syrup. Okay, it's super simple too, but it's fun to put in a little jar and give. And wouldn't like a young mom love that for Christmas morning? Just like, here you go, it's ready. You don't have to think. Just make the pancakes then. Have Dad make the pancakes, right? Some dads make pancakes, I guess. Yeah. Okay, hopefully we're good. So we're going to do 2 cups of mix. Let me grab the milk out. Do we need to? Yeah, just a little more. Yes. Did the shortbread go off? Did we take it out? Yes. Okay. Where is it at? Okay, thank you. Okay, so to mix this together, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup vegetable oil, and 1.5 cups milk. So I'm going to put the dry ingredients or the wet ingredients in first and then add the dry ingredients. We're making pancakes.
Okay, we're gabbing, sorry.
No, you're good. This is what it's all about. Okay. So we're going to get the pancakes made, and then it has to sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll make the syrup in that time, and then I think we're ready to go. I don't know how my bread's doing down there. Do we want to draw for a book? Who wants to draw? Have somebody just draw it. Or you can draw it. You don't know anyone. You don't know anyone. You're good. Just draw one. Yep, you're good.
Marianne Campbell.
Marianne. Marianne. I'll pass it down for her.
So I have to find.
It's just fun to look through and get ideas and some good recipes. Is the caramel done? Okay. How long has the cookie been out? Okay. Should we just dump? Do you want to just dump it over? Okay, so here's the caramel. Is that good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Do you want to lick it? You know me. Well, at home I would have. Well, it's a little hot right now, but I would have. My mom always let me. She was a good big candy maker, and I was the bowl licker all the time. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to add 2 cups of mix to the milk, oil, and eggs. And then we'll let that sit for 10 minutes. And in that time, we'll make the syrup, get the griddle going, heating up. We'll just stir it. It'll be a little lumpy, but that's how we want it. Just get it combined. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I make homemade pancakes all the time. I even have a whole wheat one that's like super good that doesn't taste whole wheat, but it is. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna start melting my chocolate for the top of the Twix here. Can you watch that for me? Like every few seconds, turn it. What else are we missing? Oh, the syrup. I'm going to make the syrup. That's right. Put that in the sink for me. Yeah, just put it in the sink. Okay. We might need to make another batch of pancakes. Okay, we'll get it. Okay. So for the buttermilk syrup, we have a half a cup of buttermilk. We're just going to combine these ingredients, 1 cup sugar and a cube of butter. And we're going to bring that to a boil for 1 minute. Okay? So I'll let Abby stir this. I'll break up the butter a little bit. Okay, yeah, just stir it until it's all like a medium heat. Yeah, just stir it. Okay, here's the Twix that I made. Not the Twix, I call it the Twix. The cookie. We're going to move this one. This one's still hot. Is it about there? Any questions about anything or any ideas that you like to do for food gifts? Yeah. Okay.
And my caramel recipe, never burns. Because
So-
you add the cream last.
You had the cream last. Does it have sweetened condensed milk or no? Okay.
You cook it up, the butter and the sugar
Mhm.
and the corn syrup, and you cook it up until it's like maybe even hard crack.
Oh, yeah?
Add the warmed whipping cream and mix it in, and then you bring it up to whatever stage it is. And I use the cold water test too.
Okay.
And I also eat it. So I can tell if it's done by the way
Take the lid off and then set it for 10 minutes.
it's
Well, that's fun. Because everyone likes food, right? Like it's a universal gift.
Because you don't get homemade stuff all that much anymore.
No.
People are busy and
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing freezer meals for my sister and sister-in-law
Uh-huh.
for their Christmas gift, but I'm having a hard time making it cute if it's going in the freezer.
Right? Ooh, what are some ideas?
Because I'm putting it in gallon bags and laying it flat, so
Right.
I have room to stack.
Put it in like a cute basket or container or
Put it in
a cooler. Give them a cute cooler and tie a bow.
Okay.
Double the price or triple it.
Or a cute like freezer bag. You know, the like Costco has those bags that like are freezer bag. I don't know, something cute to, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, I saw some online the other day that were like ones you keep in your car that are kind of box-like, but they're almost the fabric-y, you know what I mean? But like when you go to Costco, you can just put it in, but just keep it in your car. So something like that would be fun.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Did she say Trader Joe's?
Any other fun food gifts while we're waiting for this?
Make a spicy mustard.
Oh, yum.
Cute little jars.
See, that'd be fun.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yellow seeds, brown seeds, balsamic vinegar. You let it soak for a day
Mhm.
and then process it in the food processor.
Okay.
The more you process it, the less chunk, the
Mhm.
less little grains. But
Oh, fun.
very easy.
So do you just give it by itself, or do you?
Just by itself, I
By-
don't have this creative.
Well, maybe this will spark your like what pretzels or.
Bread and ham. Sandy, where do you get all the mustard seeds?
You know what, I have a place in California where I go, but Winco has them in the brown mustard seeds and the yellow mustard seeds in the bulk section. So I'll just go there.
Winco has a lot in the bulk. Okay. So she used a different chocolate, but I just used the 60% from Smith's and just melted it. And if you've been here before, you know I love my little silicone chocolate bowls in the microwave. So that's what I did instead of adding grated at the end and all the stuff. And it worked really well.
I haven't seen that chocolate
You-
melter.
You have,
Do you do 20 minutes or 20 seconds in the microwave?
at a time, like
Yeah.
do it, stir it, do it, stir it.
20.
And then I go until there's a few lumps still, and then just continue stirring and it'll be, because I hate to overdo it, so I do it that way. So yeah, and I thought I would hate this chocolate, but it is kind of good, because I'm a milk chocolate girl, and this is kind of dark.
Could you use milk chocolate if you want?
Yeah, you can use whatever you want. And it's really, it's just a very thin layer. So after this all cools and sets, then we just add the chocolate, and then it takes about 10 minutes, but I think I'll pop it in the fridge so that we can cut them.
Where did you get your chocolate melter?
The chocolate,
No,
the bowl off Amazon. Originally, Orson Gigi, this is what they use, their little, and they're expensive. I do have theirs at home. I do. I have one of theirs, actually a big one and a small one. It's nice. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice not to have it kind of like this. And then I have one at home that's pretty small, like that big, and it's perfect for this because it's just little and you can.
Now, why do you like that better than just a Pyrex pitcher? That's what I
Because it doesn't heat up. It doesn't get hot.
And clean up.
And then you can just, pop it.
Let it harden up and then you
Pop it
just
out.
squeeze it and crack it up
And see how I can just like make it pour too? I can.
it's a game changer.
So add that to your list too, guys. So when people want to know what you want for Christmas, or they're good gifts, give them as gifts.
So far, there's 3 things I want.
Your husband will be like, okay.
My cart's almost full.
It's never full. Is it? So-
They'll come in sets like different sizes, like little stuff or big stuff.
So it doesn't have to say specific.
no.
Any silicone bowl will work.
And I watched some things from Orson Gigi and like keep it for just your chocolate. Don't like make pasta salad in it. You know what I mean? Because it will get those oils just like, so I keep it on a top shelf so no one will get it, yeah. Oh yeah. So did the buttermilk syrup go for a minute? And then we're going to add vanilla and baking soda, yes.
So what is the baking? That's interesting. What is that? Do you know?
I don't know, it just puffs up really, I don't know what it does. I should have looked up.
I was putting peanut butter on.
Yeah, it does that, and caramel corn and stuff.
It aerates.
I'm gonna pop this in the fridge. So the cookies I'm gonna put in this little cookie, isn't this the cutest thing ever? Cookie thing, so that's fun. You could just get a cute little tin. In the book they've tied it, or maybe you saw on the back, tied it cute, just for a little snack. So good for a party. That's kind of why I bought it, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I can put the cookies in it. So anyway, super fun. Did we get everything? I feel like
Do you have at your house?
not enough. Like we're down in the, cold storage, and I have a closet that I keep stuff in. My daughters want me to like bump out my pantry because it goes into my son's closet, and then make that whole room like, well, yeah, he's got to move out first, and then we can do it. And then just have shelves of like all my stuff. So I also have little tags for all of you, so you can get started on your little sticker tags and little tags you can do. So that's for everyone. So you can get started. So it's fun. Did we get everything? Maybe we just start. The bread's still going? Okay. Oh, the garlic butter. I did that ahead of time. So just a flavored butter. This is the one that was in the book. It's just kind of fun. I mean, isn't that cute to just add? So I made some more in the fridge, but you can try that on your bread. I roasted the garlic ahead of time. So cut off the top of the garlic, the whole, what is it? Bulb. Cut off the whole bulb, drizzle some garlic, wrap it in foil, pop it in the oven, like 350, 45 minutes, and then they just squeeze out and you can just olive oil on it.
So they're still in the layer of.
You just cut off the top so it's open at the top, and then you just bake it. Just put it in. So that's what's in here. So you can try that on your bread today, but there's so many options to do flavored butters. And I was at a wedding reception lately. They had all the different flavored butters and rolls, and so fun. So anyway, and it's super simple to make and add to that. All right, if you'll give us a few minutes, we'll get a couple things ready, and then you can try that. Oh, what? I did 350. Okay, so one more thing on the buttermilk syrup. So we boiled it for a minute. We're going to add the baking soda. Use a bigger pan so that when it gets in, and maybe it cooled down a little bit. It's not going to do exactly. It can foam a little bit. And vanilla. 350. Yeah, so when I made these pancakes, I didn't make the syrup because it was like I was in a hurry. And my husband was like, "Where's the syrup?" And I'm like, "It's right there." And he's like, "Oh, I was looking for this kind." I'm like, "Oh, sorry." It's so good. And then I have a little, where did I put my syrup?
It's in your bag.
Right here, right by me. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then put it in a little syrup. Okay.
Usually has a lot of foam when you do. You just let
Mine, well, this I think cooled down a little bit, so it didn't foam quite as much, but it foamed.
Just let it set. And
But when it
foam, and
sits,
just leave the foam in there.
uh-huh.
Okay.